Welcome to the Farmer Donkey Show, where the seeds are planted and the crops will grow. Grab your boots, let the good vibes flow. It's Farmer Donkey time. Let's go.
Farmer Donkey here. Welcome in. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are in November, and this is going to be episode 14 on our Pioneer Challenge. So we have eggs to sell, so we're doing that real quick. Already had them loaded up. And of course we're going to have a little bit of timber to sell. But I don't think we're gonna necessarily sell those right away, because I know we're gonna have a little bit to produce. But we have our grass field here to mow. Again, we're going to try and probably do a little bit more silage this time, because we still got a ton of hay that we're not using. So I think that's what we'll do, is we will get our mower out. I think I might want to speed up the time just a little bit. It's still pretty dark, but we got our brand new deer to pull the John Deere baler. And then I think we will jump in our Challenger and mow the grass real quick. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're at 67,000 after selling those eggs. We still have a little bit of wood to sell. Let's take a look. Quick autosave real quick. Alright, so we have 2 pallets of long planks, a pallet of prefab walls, and looks like 2 pallets of beams that we can sell. They're all above their max price. But yeah, so after we get done mowing and baling, I think that's what we'll do, is we will hold on. Make sure. Okay. I was a little worried. Wanted to make sure that we weren't mulching our grass. But yeah, so we are gonna get this mowed. I think. Oh, did I go a little bit over? All right. See if we can't keep it straight. Keep it on the field. Keep it on the field. Yeah, so we have our oilseed radish that we planted last time, so we can try and get our lavender on in the spring. So there's that. We are just back up and turn the corner this way. Alright, so we are going to plant that in the spring. Definitely want to see how that works out. What else do we have going on? We did plant our barley not that long ago, so that should be good. I think we do need to go and, if I remember correctly, I might not. Let's see. Okay, so we already did spray our barley field, so that's good. Yeah, so it looks like the only thing we really have to do this month is, well, bail, and then sell some products. We will probably have to move some milk over to our dairy, just to make sure that that's going to stay running. I think we have a little bit of milk. But another thing that I was thinking about is unless we wanted to replow and pick up the stones again on our field before we plant lavender, we might want to look into getting a cultivator. Oh yeah, because we have to plow under the oilseed radish, but we're not going to look at doing that until after February, because we do want to try and see if we can't get that little stipend that we get with precision farming from using a cover crop. And I mean, it's not going to be that much, but it should at least cover the seeds that we put down on the field. Yeah. Now we've got our headlamps done. We should be able to... Sorry if you guys heard that. There's like some rumbling or something outside my window. Not sure what that was about. Kind of threw me for a loop. But our goats are getting older. They're almost ready to start their reproduction cycle, so that'll be good for us. Over the next year we should have another batch of goats born. So that'll help us with producing milk. Let's see if I can't. Right. Our grass is looking pretty good as far as the harvest is going. Like I'm just watching the mini map down in the lower left hand corner, and it is looking pretty good. Looks like we're at least getting what we had before, so that is pretty good. If we do bale all of this as silage, it is going to be quite a lot of silage. But as I said before, we aren't running through hay as much as I thought we would. So, I mean, our priority is to feed our cattle. And then anything additional we have off of this grass field, we can sell. But we really don't want silage to be our primary source of income. We just don't want to just leave the field here and kind of just like waste it, you know? But yeah. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and jump into a time lapse, and I will see you guys once we have baled and wrapped this. So we will see you then.
It's raging near, the waves crash loud, the path unclear. A fire burns within your soul. I'll be here, rough voice of God. You're not alone, I'm by your side. Hang on tight, I'm your lifeline. Through the chaos we'll redefine. This is not the end, just bend, not shatter. Breathing deep, you know you matter.
All right, we are back. Just wrapping our last bale. So we got plenty of bales. I think what we want to do is I think we want to go ahead and get our bales that we have out of here. Probably run them down to our cattle. So we'll get that all taken down there. Let me just back this up in here. Eventually I will need to put down a shed for all these tools. Right, but I don't want this tractor. We'll take the deer. Just gotta go grab the trailer. But I do think that we will... Hello, deer. Grab everything but our... I think we'll grab all the hay bales first, and then we'll run those down to our cattle. And then we'll also run our straw down as well. So, then I will bring you guys back to sell off our silage that we have already here. And then we will, yeah. So I think we will get all of that sold off. Is that all I can fit? Alright. So I think I'll need to reconfigure this back to the actual bale trailer in order to fit more. But yeah, we'll run down to the cattle real quick, and then we will see you all here in a few. All right, so I've been kind of thinking. We've got a lot of bales kind of stacked up over here. We do need to probably bring a little bit more silage down here to kind of even it out, but we're going to be getting plenty of that soon. But there's something, just because it's a little difficult to make the TMR from bales. And so I wanted to, in order to kind of conserve my time making these episodes and taking care of this farm, I wanted to go ahead and put down a TMR production. So I saw this one in the mod hub. I'm not sure how broken it is, but I do want to kind of give it a shot. So I think I will put it over here on this side of the farm. We'll take a look at it. Let me even this out a little bit. Soften it up. Okay. Now, what is... Okay, so I do need to get some mineral feed, but I think that that's pretty fair. Use 500 hay, 250 silage, 200 straw, and 50 mineral feed. So, what we can do is we'll probably... how much mineral feed can we buy? How much does it hold? That's a good question. So it looks like it'll hold... That is a lot. 250,000 liters. I don't think we can afford to buy that at the moment, but we can... where is... Would it be under food? Yep, okay. So mineral feed, $1,000. Yeah, I think 8,000 is fair for us to go ahead and start with. So we will drive over to the shop real quick, grab that, and probably get a bunch of hay and silage and straw loaded in, trying to take down the amount of bales that are here. So actually I think what we'll do is we'll grab a load of hay first, drop that off on the way out, and then see if it will take it. And that way we just have to come down here and move the trailer. We don't have to sit there and try and balance out mixing it. Okay, awesome. Looks like it took a good chunk of that. Alright, so let's see if we can't pick up our mineral feed and then try and deposit that real quick. There we go. 8 pallets of mineral feed. So 8,000 mineral feed. We'll probably end up buying a little bit more later on, but this should definitely help feed our cows. I mean, it only takes 50 per cycle, so 50 per thousand. Yeah, that'll give us a few loads worth. And to unload. Oh, well, I guess the trigger is clear out there. Let me drop the trailer real quick and we'll push these in. Push these bales in. That should be good. So we might get a good chunk of these all loaded in here. But that is something that I wanted to do, kind of clean up this area, because it is a hot mess with bales. We're not getting a whole lot of bale storage at the moment, so I think just getting a mixing plant is what we wanted to do. Yeah, I know I can't grab those. I can only grab round bales. Thank goodness we have a ton of round bales. And since it's 2 to 1, let's see if I can get all of it in once. Brilliant. Alright. We will grab a bales of this. Silage real quick. Drop that off. And then I think we need straw in order to start it. And then I will probably, once it gets started, end up squeezing a good chunk of the bales that we do have over here into it until it is filled up, I think. Yeah, so it only holds 250,000 liters of each type, which isn't isn't a whole lot, but it'll definitely do the job. Right. Yeah, I think we should be able to get all of that in. Well, except for the hay. I think we're still going to have a lot of hay left over. Um, which, no big deal. Just give me a few, guys. The baby is getting hungry, and so I have to go feed him. I will be back here in a few. Yeah. Alright, we are back. Nothing has really changed. We did start the, one more trip for round bales, and then we just have the square bales. I don't know if all of this hay will fit, but with it starting, it should be making some TMR for us, which is awesome. It's got some right there. Okay, yeah, and it should pull those in one by one as it needs them. But that means we just have a couple of straw and silage left, and then we'll leave the hay and the other straw right there for a few, and we'll run back. So I think, for the most part, we're going to sell the silage bales that we have already ready, and then the next load will bring all of those down here for the cows and toss those in. Once we get the cow pen full of food, right now it is, well, that's the goats. Yeah, right now we have 106,000 liters in there out of, oh, who knows, I think it holds about 1,000,000 liters. So that'll take us a minute. But once we do that, I think it'll be kind of more dependent on how much we use. And just kind of chipping away. And so we'll be able to sell a whole lot more, sorry, just adjusting myself here in the chair. Yeah, we'll get a whole lot more silage for selling. We do have a lot more hay than we do anything else. Yeah. But we go through twice as much hay as we do any of the other products. So we're not mad at that. We just need to make sure that we're going to keep up on both of those productions and kind of remember that we'll only get like 2 cuts a year. So we might do one of those, a full thing of silage, and then the next 2 hay. Just to kind of keep it semi-even. I think that's what we should do until we get that full. And then we'll just kind of fill up from there and mostly do silage. And then whatever hay we do need. But yeah, we still have a whole load of hay down here. I think we might keep a few bales just here for the goats. but we are going to sell this silage, and then we will sell our wood that we have ready to go. So we'll see what we do on that. Alright, not bad, not bad. A little over 30,000. So that kind of pays for the production itself pretty nicely. And then let's see what we got wood-wise. Oh, can I set this to pick up? That's it. Shift R. Is that what it is? And we should have some prefab walls that come out, and possibly another pallet of beams. Ooh. I think where it decided to put the planks right there, it's not the best. So yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and go sell this real quick, because I don't think we're gonna get that on. Well, let me just grab it on the front. We'll grab it with the front forks, and we will carry that down manually. Okay. All right. Now, next episode, we will be in to is it not where it goes? There it is. Okay. I think next episode we're gonna have a few things to sell. Let me double check. Yeah, we're gonna sell our mustard, and then I think it's not till January when our flour is gonna be the best price. Yeah, so we'll sell our mustard. We'll fertilize the grass field, and then we'll probably skip into January just to kind of get things moving along. Unfortunately, the winter months, we do a lot more skipping just because it does not, we don't have a lot to do. And yeah, so with more